Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of Virgin Galactic Holdings, ticker symbol SPCE, traded on the NYSE. In this video, we'll break down the latest technical indicators, price trends, and momentum signals for SPCE as of December 20, 2025. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, understanding these metrics can help you make more informed decisions. Over the next several scenes, we'll explore moving averages, oscillators, volume trends, and much more, all based on the most recent 3 months of trading data. Let's get started by setting the stage with a quick overview of SPCE's current price and recent performance. As of December 20, 2025, SPCE is trading at $3.50 per share. This price reflects recent volatility and is situated closer to the lower end of its 52-week range, which spans from $2.18 to $6.77. The current price is a key reference point as we analyze technical indicators and historical trends. In the next scenes, we'll see how this price interacts with various moving averages and what that might signal for the stock's direction. Keep this $3.50 level in mind as we move forward. Moving averages are essential tools for identifying trends and smoothing out price fluctuations. For SPCE, the short-term simple moving averages, SMA5 at 3.22, SMA10 at 3.48, and exponential moving averages EMA5 at 3.35, EMA10 at 3.45 are currently below the 20-day and 50-day averages. This suggests a recent downward trend, as shorter averages are lagging behind longer-term values. We'll dive deeper into what this alignment means for momentum and possible trend reversals in upcoming scenes. Looking at the longer-term moving averages, such as the SMA50 at 3.79 and SMA200 at 3.41, we see that the 50-day average is still above the 200-day, but the gap is narrowing. The EMA 200, however, is much higher at 4.54, indicating that recent price action has pulled the average down. This mixed alignment can sometimes signal a transition phase where the stock is searching for direction. We'll keep an eye on these averages as we analyze other trend indicators. Volume provides insight into the strength behind price movements. Over the last 64 trading days, SPCE has seen significant fluctuations in daily volume, with a recent dollar volume of over $27 million and a relative volume of 1.76. Notably, the on-balance volume OBV is negative at minus 15.5 million, and the accumulation distribution AD line is also deeply negative. These readings suggest that selling pressure has dominated even during price upticks. Volume trends are crucial for confirming breakouts or breakdowns, so let's see how they interact with price in the next scenes. Bollinger Bands help visualize volatility and potential price extremes. For SPCE, the upper band sits at 4.57, the middle at 3.67, and the lower at 2.78 with a bandwidth of 0.487. The current price is closer to the middle band, suggesting a neutral stance but with room for volatility. The BB position at 40.22 indicates the price is below the midpoint of the band range. This setup hints at a possible consolidation phase, but with volatility still present, sharp moves can't be ruled out. The MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence, is a popular momentum indicator. For SPCE, the MACD is at minus 0.125 with the signal line at, and a histogram of minus 0.062. These negative values suggest bearish momentum, though the gap is not wide, indicating the downtrend may be losing steam. MACD momentum is also slightly negative at. This could mean the stock is approaching a turning point, but confirmation from other indicators is needed. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, measures the speed and change of price movements. SPCE's RSI 14 is at 47.48, RSI 21 at 47.72, and RSI 28 at 48.16, all hovering near the midpoint. This suggests the stock is neither overbought nor oversold, but rather in a neutral zone. The RSI momentum at 8.32 shows a slight upward push, but not enough to signal a strong reversal. We'll watch for any shifts in RSI as a clue for future price action. The stochastic oscillator helps identify potential reversal points. SPCE's stock K14 is at 24.85 and stock D14 at 17.71, both in the lower range, which can indicate the stock is nearing oversold territory. However, the stock RSI K is at 100, suggesting a recent sharp move. This mixed signal means traders should be cautious, as the stock could be primed for a bounce or further decline depending on upcoming volume and price action. Momentum indicators like Momentum 10 at minus 0.81 and ROC 14 at minus 7.65 show that SPCE has experienced negative momentum recently. The negative values reinforce the idea that the stock has been under pressure. However, momentum 20 is slightly positive at 0.07, hinting at a possible slowdown in the downward move. Rate of change percent ROCP 14 at minus 0.077 and ROCR 14 at 0.923 further confirm this trend. Momentum is a key factor to watch for early signs of a reversal. The average true range, ATR 14 at 0.31, and true volatility at 8.85 indicate that SPCE has seen significant price swings recently. Volatility 30 at 5.8 and volatility breakout at 1.07 further highlight the stock's tendency for sharp moves. These readings suggest that traders should be prepared for continued volatility, which can present both risks and opportunities depending on your strategy. Trend indicators like the ADX 14 at 17.96 and trend strength score at 0.298 suggest that SPCE is currently in a weak trend environment. The trend quality index at 44.72 also points to a lack of clear direction. This means the stock is not exhibiting a strong uptrend or downtrend, which can make trading decisions more challenging. In such cases, it's important to rely on other indicators and wait for confirmation before making moves. Support and resistance levels help traders identify potential entry and exit points. For SPCE, the nearest support is at $3.31, while resistance is at $3.64. The pivot point sits at $3.46, which is close to the current price. These levels can act as barriers or magnets for price movement. If SPCE breaks above resistance, it could signal a bullish move, while a drop below support might indicate further downside. Price acceleration at minus 0.01 and the linear regression slope at minus 0.0058 both indicate a slight downward bias in SPCE's price action. The predicted price from linear regression is $3.60, which is just above the current price, while the deviation percent is minus 2.75%. These metrics suggest that while the trend is weakly negative, the stock is not far from its expected value based on recent data. SPCE's 52-week high is $6.77, and its low is $2.18. The current price of $3.50 places it at about 28.76% of the way from the low to the high. This context is important for understanding where the stock stands in its longer-term cycle. Being closer to the lower end could mean the stock is undervalued, or it could reflect ongoing challenges. We'll see how this fits with other technical signals in the next scenes. The risk-reward ratio for SPCE stands at 1.84, indicating that potential rewards are nearly twice the potential risks based on recent price action. This is a moderate ratio, suggesting that while there is upside potential, the risks are not insignificant. Traders should weigh this ratio alongside other indicators and their own risk tolerance before making decisions. Volume growth rate at 1.13 and volume acceleration at 0.324 show that trading activity in SPCE has been picking up. This could be a sign that more traders are becoming interested in the stock, possibly in anticipation of a move. However, with negative OBV and AD, it's important to confirm that this volume is not just from selling pressure. The average directional index, ADX 14 at 17.96, with plus DI 14 at 24.42 and minus DI 14 at 25.89, suggests a weak trend with a slight bearish bias. The low ADX value means the trend is not strong, while the higher minus DI points to sellers having a slight edge. This aligns with other indicators showing a lack of strong direction. Arun down at 84 and Arun up at 64 with an Arun oscillator of minus 35.71 indicate that SPCE has been in a downtrend, but there's some recent upward movement. The negative oscillator value confirms the dominance of the downtrend, but the relatively high Arun up suggests that bulls are not completely out of the picture. SPCE's overall technical score is 51.57, with a trend quality index of 44.72 and a momentum score of 11.64. These values suggest a neutral to slightly bearish technical outlook. The stock is not in a strong trend, and momentum is weak. This means traders should be cautious and look for confirmation from multiple indicators before making any moves. In summary, SPCE is currently trading near the lower end of its 52-week range, with weak trend strength and neutral momentum. Volume has increased, but much of it appears to be driven by selling pressure. Most technical indicators point to a period of consolidation or mild bearishness, with no strong signals for a major move in either direction. As always, it's important to combine technical analysis with fundamental research and risk management. Stay tuned for future updates as the situation evolves.